offseason being kind of just unofficially over, who are the true contenders in this league? And that's what I want to go over. Now, two bubble teams first I want to go over is the Phoenix Suns, who I was really close to saying they're in, but I just I just don't think they are. Like, it's great offseason. Last year, bad offseason. Couldn't no lead guard. Devin Booker was playing point guard. They get Tyus Jones, the most underrated, maybe even best pickup of this offseason. Completely turns his team around. I think he starts for them. I think he has to start over Beal. Maybe not has to, but he should. Beal be a bench scorer. I don't know. I never liked his fit on the team anyway. And they got good pieces, not just like old minimum ring chasers. Got actually decent pieces. But I'm still not there. I still think they're like a 4 seed, a 5 seed in the West. So I'm not ready to put them in the true contenders. And it's the Cavs. They just don't have, they haven't gotten a 3-and-D wing in the past 3 years that'll be suitable. And Isaac Okoro, obviously when they drafted him was supposed to be way more than that, but when they trade for Donovan Mitchell, all they needed Isaac Okoro to be was a good enough 3-and-D wing to complement the 4 stars, and he wasn't, and he's not even on a team right now. But you still have 4 guys who were in an All-Star game in the past 3 years. If they put it together, if somebody starts playing well, one of their wings starts playing really well, they may have the second best roster in the Eastern Conference, or second best chance to win the Eastern Conference. And then for the contenders, Boston, obviously, don't even need to talk to them about them that much. The Knicks probably were there before the Macau trade. I really do worry about their bigs. I mean, Precious is your backup, but I don't want Precious starting in a playoff series against Kristaps. No. And I only say that because Mitchell Robinson has not played a healthy season like his entire career. And then you have Philly, who gets Paul George. I didn't love the signing. I wasn't like the biggest fan of it. Like, Paul George is so cool. I love Paul George. But they have infinite cap space. They had like 55 mil to spend, and I thought they should spread it out on getting a ton of complementary pieces to Maxine Embiid. And they did do a decent job of getting complementary pieces around the big three, but I think depth and all those complementary pieces are way more important than Paul George. And they're still a contender. That big three is still enough to make them that. Then Milwaukee, which maybe not a contender anymore. I still think out of the 4, they're the worst out of the 3 teams I mentioned previously. And the Doc Rivers thing was bad, but this time he has a full off season. He's calling shots. He has a whole off season with his team. That's a big thing, to do whatever he wants. And then I also think just after last year, I think they're gonna really want to play better than a first round exit too. Work harder, shit like that. In the West, Thunder still a contender. I would call them my favorites to win the West. Get Caruso for Josh Giddey, who you wanted to trade anyway. You just wanted out. You get a big in Isaiah Hartenstein, which is what they need. They needed rebounding. Rebounding was their big thing. They even need perimeter defense. Caruso's just a luxury. And then Isaiah Hartenstein is just a great pickup. And so easily my favorites in the West. Not easily, but pretty close to easily. Next, Denver. They're going to be contenders as long as Jokic is there with decent pieces, and Jokic is there with very, very good pieces around them. KCP sucks losing him, but I mean, they have a lot of young guards, and you're not happy with replacing him with a Julian Strawther or not even Peyton Watson. With him, Julian Strawther is probably going to be the guy, or Christian Braun. Maybe you're not happy with that, but that's the reality of it. And then Russell Westbrook too. I think in Denver he's so perfect to just run the second unit and kind of just do what he wants to do, play how he likes to play. Third, Minnesota. I mean, talent's there. It was shown. Like, they're a really good team. They're a really well put together team. They're almost a perfectly put together team. They have players everywhere. They have players when you need. Have such great defense. I just like Minnesota a lot. And I'm not trying. Just that last sentence just to me sounded like I'm saying that like it's a surprising thing. It's not. And then Dallas, the Western Conference champions, you have to put them in. They had a good offseason too. Getting Klay Thompson, we'll see how he plays as playing back at the 3, how his defense holds up, his shooting around Kyrie and Luka. The shooting's elite. But I think those are 8 true contenders. I didn't even look up the teams or anything. Sometimes I look up the teams just to get a visual in my mind of what I want to pick for these things. I didn't. So I feel like I am missing a team that I could put in like the bubble, but I really don't think out of anybody. I think those 8 are the true contenders, but I don't think there's anybody who's like fringe could maybe. I don't know. So 8 contenders, 2 bubble teams who we really have to see what they play with their offseason acquisitions. But thank you guys for watching. Discord summer coming. See ya.